right. Well, welcome for those of you who are on Spreaker and iHeartRadio and other podcast platforms. Lakeisha McKnight is here. Welcome to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. And even for those of you who are on the leadershiptkostation.com's website, I do want to welcome you here to this very special podcast episode. And so we are about to actually go live on Facebook. So give us just a moment so we can bring our Facebook friends right on in. And so, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. Excited to be here with you guys on tonight. It's truly an honor and a privilege. I'm your leadership specialist, your wealth mentor, author of a few books out there, and most importantly, your friend. And so, listen, I thank you so very much for tuning in to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. We're going to turn up this audio a little bit here. And so listen, I thank you so very much, everybody, for being here. It is a Friday, September the 18th of 2020. You can be doing a number of other things on tonight, but you've chosen to be with me tonight. And so welcome here to the show. Excited. So yes, welcome. This is a show that we do live every single night. Normally anywhere between 7 and 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, that's every single night. Okay, we are trying to go live. Now, if there's any type of night where we're not live streaming on Facebook, it's simply because the connection between Zoom and Facebook is not working at that present moment, but we try our very best to be here live. And even if we can't be here live, we'll let you all know. And then sometimes we're able to upload videos that we've recorded right onto Facebook so that you'll be able to view them. And so mark it down on your calendar to be present, because the mission, the purpose of this show really is to empower leaders like yourself with the ability to win from the inside out, growing your influence, your impact, and your income. Hopefully you caught that. I'm here to help you grow your influence, your impact, and your income. So listen, I'm totally pumped, totally excited to be here. I'm just trying to sustain myself, trying to maintain and make sure that I'm not overly excited. Okay. And so there are several ways to participate with this show. Number one, like or love the stream. Okay. Definitely do that. And I'm going to make sure, of course, that I'm with you, that I'm practicing what I preach. Okay. So I'm going to take out my digital device here, and I'm going to love the stream my own self, okay? And then, of course, I encourage you to comment below. So if anything resonates with you, if anything touches your mind, touches your heart, has you thinking just a little bit, go ahead and comment and share your thoughts below. And then you can also share this out. Yes, you can share this on your timeline, a group, a fan page, wherever you feel led to sharing it. Go ahead and do so. And so I'm going to do that as well. I'm going to share this amongst some business partners of mine. We call ourselves the Winner's Circle. And I do know that some of my colleagues overall, the Wealth Builders Worldwide, they're actually tuning in as well. So feel free, those of you who are watching, to go ahead and share it. So first place I'm going to share it is with my business partner. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, simple as can be, just pushing a little button, okay? And then I'm also going to go ahead and share this amongst, okay, on my fan page. I have an official fan page, so I am going to share it there. Boom. Okay, so that's done, right? And so I'm going to also share this in yet another group. There's several groups, of course, that I'm active in, and I like to make sure I stay in touch with them and stay in contact. So it's a group comprised of business women. So I'm going to go ahead and share it there. Voila. Okay. And one other place, of course, that I am going to share, just one more. It's a group of moms. So I'm going to make sure I share it amongst this group of moms so that they can tune in as well. All right, there you have it. We have shared it, and I think we've shared it in a great number of places, some groups, a fan page, right? Some group chats everywhere. And so you can go ahead and do it. You can start your own watch party as well. And so remember, as I shared, I want to help you grow your income. Most people today, they're working a job, and it may be a job that they like, but you have to keep and look at the end. Where ultimately would you like to be? Will you like to continue to work a job, okay, exchanging the precious hours and minutes and important moments of your life with another corporation to help them fulfill their mission? Or would you like to actually achieve your end result, whether it be financial freedom, time freedom, being able to leave a legacy for your children? It's really hard to do that when you're giving, the precious time of your life and most important years of your life to a corporation. And most people, they have this concept of an American dream. Please understand that concept of American dream was never truly meant for you to win. For those of you who had a dream of having this amazing home with a picket fence and everything just laid out grandeur, just amazing, right? It was only created, that plan was created, going to school, getting a good job, all of that, so that those who created it can win, so that you can work for them. But if you have a dream whereby you don't have to go to a place and exchange hours for dollars, nor should your children or your children's children do that, you want to make sure you have an effective plan in mind, a plan that the wealthy is actually implementing. And I'm going to share with you more information about that. But when it comes to this show, I will tell you that normally at the very beginning of the show, okay, at the very beginning, I share some leadership content, and I like to call it an appetizer before the main meal. And so sometimes I'm sharing content from my mentor, my leadership mentor, Dr. John Maxwell, and other amazing authors out there. But over the last couple of days and the upcoming days, I'm going to be sharing some content from one of my latest books, which is Leadership TKO, 12 Truths to Implement to Become a Winning Leader. Now, these are concepts that I've gleaned from mentors throughout the years, but of course, I've implemented these things myself and know them to be true. Please understand when it comes to books that there is nothing new under the sun. When you see a book is published, please understand it's only rewritten content actually shared with you from the perspective of the author. Again, there's nothing new under the sun, but our stories actually bring something different, a kind of different tone to it, which creates that uniqueness. And with this particular book, for those of you who want to truly win, I'm talking about being able to position yourself to be victorious inside of your home, victorious in the corporate space, if that's where you are, victorious as an entrepreneur. If you want to win, you want to get yourself a copy of this book. So definitely check out the website, which is www.leadershiptko.com to be able to grab a copy of it. And it will be autographed with a special message. So go ahead and grab your copy. But for tonight, I am going to share with you a nugget or two or three. And it's really simple, guys. I'm not going to make it complicated on this Friday. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm going to keep it nice and simple, kind of light, but it's very important to serve as a reminder. Many of you know that over the last, 2 episodes, we're talking about the importance of how leaders build effective teams, right? Well, a part of your team should be some key individuals. Now, you may have some more or less a part of your corner because remember the theme for Leadership TKO came from the Rocky series. I am indeed a diehard Rocky fanatic. I'm not even going to keep it light with you, okay? That is my thing, all right? Rocky, boom. And it's simply because of the concepts of what he learned. I mean, think about it. A nobody became a somebody and changed the world, changed the game. And I know it was a fictitious movie. But it just explains to you how the little people, individuals who are barely known in their cities, right? Just kind of this lightweight, right? Becomes the heavyweight champion of the world. Okay, and he's a little dude. To me, he's like David to Goliath. Okay, that's how he is. And so it just lets you know that all things are possible. And so hence, that's where this brand Leadership TKO comes from. And of course, the book and the concepts within the book. So in the book, I talk about having a powerful, effective team and the individuals who need to be a part of your team. We spoke about coaches. We spoke about mentors and cutmen and trainers, all these. But we cannot leave these other essentials out. And that is your parents. Now, if your parents are still living or if they've passed on, you probably understand the importance of having family. Okay, family in your corner, right? Family in your corner. And so I have to, of course, relate to this. And you all know that parents are supposed to be there to comfort, to encourage, to celebrate you along the way. They're supposed to be your first teachers inside of your life to kind of rear you up, train you up in the way that you should go, right? Especially when it comes to beliefs and values. And that's the way, of course, my mom and my grandparents, that's what they did. They trained me up. And of course, I know and I'm praying that I'm making them proud. Okay. And so here's the most important thing I do want to share about that. Whether they're your biological parents, spiritual parents, parents are essential for nourishing, for encouragement. All right. And so it's very great to be able to hold them close no matter what they've done because they're not perfect. But if they're there and present still, cherish them. Okay, cherish them. If they're encouraging you along the way, cherish them. Let them know tonight, today, whenever you can, that you love them, that you care about them, that you value them in your life. All right. And so important. See, my mom is still here cheering me on along the way. Okay. So grateful for my mom. My dad is still here. Bless God. Okay. Cheering me on, contacting me. Many of you know, of course, that I just recently got in touch with my half sister. Praise God. You know, I say all this to say this. It's important to just really connect and love hard every single day. Okay. Love hard daily. All right. So that's just parents, but we can go and extend that even into relatives overall. You know, relatives, of course, can include friends. I'm going to put that in there as well because sometimes, okay, friends will support you even more so than family. Do I have a witness? How many of you watching this, listening to this can attest that you might have friends who are supporting you more so than family, blood family? And so you want to hold, it doesn't matter. Listen, when it's all said and done, need people, whether they're blood related or not. You need people. All right. So having friends in your corner, parents in your corner, having these individuals in your corner is essential. Essential. And for all of you whom I've called friend, and let me just break this down, okay? Friends are not necessarily mean just people you friended on a social media platform. That doesn't make them necessarily your friend. Your friend, of course, sees you do thick and thin. Your friend could be someone that you might have had a disagreement with and you were able to settle the disagreement and move forward from that. You may encounter problems. That person may be going through a certain period in their lives and you're there for them. You're there to support them. You're there to encourage them. Now, you might not be there all the time, okay? But that's a friend and being able to connect with that person outside of social media. All right, it got to go beyond social media. I call that like a pen pal. You remember those pen pals in school? That's a pen pal if you never met the person face to face. But I'm talking about being able to connect with a person, whether they're on social media or not. And so that's what I call a friend. Someone that you can pick up the phone and say, look, I need an ear. I need an ear right now. I got some stuff I got to release. And so in the movie series with Rocky, he had those individuals. Yes, he had his spouse. Okay, he had Adrian, right? But of course, he had some individuals in his life that he called friend. Even his opponent became his friend. Creed. Okay, sometimes it just works out that way where those people that, man, they were once your opponent and God used them in a mighty way to change your life. I'm telling you, cherish the individuals that God brings into your life. And sometimes they can be for a season. Because even Mick in the series, he died, he passed on. He was only there for a season. And then, of course, Rocky received a new trainer. Okay? The same trainer who trained Apollo Creed. So please understand, listen, people come, people go, and there are some people who are only there for seasons. You might have one coach this season, and then another coach another season. But again, think about the people in your corner. Cherish these individuals, and if you don't have a lot of support, inquire, ask people who are nearby, people you see on social media. Hey, do you know of a coach who does this? Go into some of these groups on social media and explore. Now, take your time with that, because not every person is authentic and people of integrity. So you need to make sure you give it some time before you call someone a coach or call someone a mentor. Test them to see if they're true, to see if they're authentic. Ask people about them. And please understand, all coaches, professionals, they're not perfect. They will make mistakes. If they didn't make a mistake, just wait. Just wait. They will make a mistake. All right? They're not perfect. And I always tell people all the time, I'm not perfect. And if I said something or done something, rubbed you the wrong way, I apologize. Because, again, I'm not perfect. But here's one thing I do know. I know the one who is, and I'll make sure I direct you to him, and that I live a life that's pleasing to him, so that the people that I lead, they will definitely be inspired and encouraged to travel in the right direction. Okay? And so again, that's just a little bit of a leadership nugget. I know I spent some time there, but it's very important that I share this with you. Now, the main meal. Let's get to it. The main meal on tonight, yes, is based upon my experience in the network marketing profession. Now, do I know everything about network marketing? Because it's ever evolving. Okay, it's evolving just like we are as human beings. The network marketing profession is evolving. Okay, people are coming in, people are going out. There are new things that needs to be updated. Ways in which we do things are adjusting, because again, this is a high technology age that we're in. That industrial age, but the technology age, new age, yeah, that's what we're talking about now. Digital. Everything is going digital. Everything. Okay, even the cash in your pocket, but that's okay. That's for probably a different stream. See, here's what I do want to tell you too. When it comes to network marketing, and I'm going to give you a couple of nuggets now, and hopefully you have a notepad and a pen. This is nuggets, again, from my experience and that of some of the mentors I've really connected with and still am connected with, like Mr. Ty Best and Mr. Michael Delco and many other amazing leaders out there. Okay? And so I'm going to share with you a couple of nuggets. So here's what I do want to share with you, especially when it comes to meetings, because meetings are essential to at helping a prospect to understand the culture of your business, and also being able to see that there are others who are on the journey with them, right? And exposing them to information. Is all about numbers of exposures and how often they're exposed to the content to make a decision for themselves. Now, here is something I want to share. Most of the time should really be invested in face-to-face prospecting, if possible. We know that the situation that we're in right now, right? But we really should take the time to ensure that we have face-to-face. Now, once everything clears up, we'll probably see more of that. But for right now, we know that a lot of what we're doing is digital. Okay, so you can also engage in telephone calling. You can do, we used to do a lot of those in-home type of presentations too. I remember with some of the other organizations and companies I was a part of, we did the in-home presentations. And yes, they did work. Okay, they did work. But again, we need to move forward because we're in a digital age. Now, beware of deception meetings. Now, let me tell you what I mean by that. A deception meeting, as I wrote it, is like a gathering where friends are invited believing that they're going to some type of social gathering, only to find out that they're really going into a briefing about a network marketing opportunity. So again, don't deceive people, because that breaks trust. And you do not want to break trust, because again, the person is not going to want to hear anything else that you have to share from that point forward. And it's going to take a while to really regain that trust. Here's another point. Now, it is proper to create curiosity about network marketing when inviting people to any type of presentation that you hold, but it's never proper to deceive them about your intentions. So yes, invite people, okay? Invite them out, but don't deceive them. Okay, don't deceive them. So it's not wise. Here's another thing that I've realized. Yeah, not unless you have your ultimate goal is to really do some other amazing things in your community. But here is a point that I want to make. It's not wise necessarily for, individuals to use an outside office as their home, outside of their home for business and network marketing more specifically. Here's why. It can't be duplicated by everyone. Everybody is not going to have the funds to go out and get an outside office and say this is for their network marketing business. Okay, that's number one. Number two, it creates what I like to call unnecessary overhead. And with the companies that we have now, most of them are home-based business. So why are you going to an office outside of your home? It's home-based, so it's for the home. So going and finding an office just to put your name outside of a building, that's not wise. If anything, you're creating more expenses for yourself and it cannot be duplicated. Okay? And listen, it also does not exemplify the freedom that you should really enjoy in the network marketing profession. It's all about freedom, but if you have to go to an office that you're paying for, now is that really freedom? 100%? Maybe not. Maybe not, okay? Now, again, driving home the point, and this is my final point about meetings tonight. You don't rely on one form of technology. Okay, don't rely on one form of technology. Again, that's almost like the saying, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. You want to be flexible, but you want to be well knowledgeable about certain platforms. And if don't try to spread yourself too thin as well. You trying to be on every single platform out there. Now, you might have an account in different places, but as far as trying to truly leverage it to build your business, you want to be wise about that. I honestly have a primary and then a secondary that I'm occasionally on, but not quite. So my primary is Facebook. And then occasionally, and I know it's linked together, occasionally I am on Instagram. I used to be on Instagram heavily building up my account, but I haven't been as often. Many of you probably noticed that. Okay, but Facebook is where I am simply because I don't want to be scatterbrained everywhere. I am just leveraging those that I know that I'm great at utilizing. And I know Facebook is the one that I'm great in utilizing. Okay, and then also take advantage of the tools that we have, such as Zoom. Okay, utilize Zoom, utilize some of these others like StreamYard. Okay, there are many others out there that allows you to stream, from your device right on the social media. I think one is called DU Recorder. That's an app that you can download on your phone. There's so much when it comes to technology. Check out the information out there. Google it. We Google everything else, right? Google ways by which you can stream onto Facebook. There's live streaming apps. There's podcast apps out there. There's a plethora of different strategies that you can use. And we know that there are a million other platforms that you can leverage, like LinkedIn. You can leverage, what is it? I know I'm missing a couple of out there, but there's some photo social sites as well. So go ahead and check them out. Check them out. If you believe your target market is there, then that's where you want to be. But we know that majority of the world is on Facebook. But we know that the caliber of people that you're looking for, perhaps it may be at LinkedIn. But you want to find what works for you. Okay, what works for you? So that's my tidbit as it pertains to meetings. Now, there's more that I'm probably going to share maybe tomorrow because I'll be back tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But here's something that I also do want to share. You know how I was sharing at the very beginning, how you don't have to exchange hours for dollars. Well, the truth is you don't. You don't have to. And even when people say, well, I'm just doing another day, another dollar. You don't have to succumb to that rat race. You don't have to keep yourself in that particular matrix. There is a way out. You're listening to somebody that's trying to help you to get out of that race. If you want to, what is it that you want to accomplish for yourself? We can't do the work for you. Myself, my wealth building partners, we can't do it. You have to decide. You have to have a big enough dream to want to do something different, to want to go against the grain, against the odds. You want to be able to be extraordinary instead of mediocre. If you're someone that's not, you're like, man, there's something greater out here for me to do. There is a better lifestyle that I can have. And no, I'm not necessarily talking about living, just getting all these material things, but just living better. Okay? It's living better. And can I just make a point? Yes, we help you to grow your income, and there's nothing to be afraid of when it comes to talking about money. Of course, there's a lot of stereotypes about money. We, of course, networkers, we abolish that whole stereotype about how money is the root of all evil. No. I think ignorance of money and what money is the root of all evil. But we know biblically, the love of money is the root of all evil. But I say also that it really is the ignorance of what money truly is, which is the root of all evil, because people are out here, doing all types of things, killing people, creating all types of havoc for receipts that holds little to no value. And then there are people who are holding on to these cash notes, okay, thinking that it's money, and it's just a receipt to be exchanged for real money. And so, look, if you are someone, you're like, man, Lakeisha, I need a better way. There is a resource that's plugged into 4 out of 8 of the highest netting industries out on the planet. We're talking about robotics. We're talking about, e-learning. Okay, we're talking about all of these different spaces out there. I know there are about 2 others. But listen, the industries, it speaks for itself. And you can plug into these resources, these industries under one umbrella. And that's what we're telling you. We're letting you know that the plan is here. We have people who are exiting their high 6-figure jobs. Okay, high 6 figures with this plan. Okay, we have people paying off mortgages. We have people exiting their jobs, not having to go out there in Corona world and go into a place to jeopardize themselves and their kids. You can be in the comfort of your home, bringing in income while you sleep so you don't have to work until you pass on. And I want to extend the invitation to you to view information tonight about this amazing resource. And listen, as long as you are breathing and you are 18 years of age and older, you can plug into this resource. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter if you were at one point in trouble with the law. Hey, that's you and that's your past. But you have the opportunity to change and have an amazing future. So what do you want for you and your family? Do you have a dream? Are you willing to learn from mentors who are on the journey and want to see you succeed? If that's you, I encourage you to get back with me via Messenger or contact the person that shared this with you tonight. Because tonight at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, there is a webinar that's going to be held on Zoom. And you're going to want to be on it. It's a live webinar. Now, there are some replays out there, but there's a live webinar that you can be on tonight at 9:00. And then directly on the same platform at 10:00, you're going to learn about the compensation, how with this simple resource, you can put yourself in position. I'm not even going to entice you, but I'm just going to say this. Income potentials are amazing. I already told you 4 out of 8 of the highest paid industries. So you want to make sure that you get on the platform. Now, here's how you do it. Download the Zoom app. That's first. And then you want to make sure, get back with me, because there's a password for the Zoom platform that you will need. But here is the link, okay? You need the link and you need the password. The link is www.gold, G-O-L-D, rocks, R-O-C-K-S, .info, I-N-F-O. goldrocks.info. You want to be there at 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock. I mean, if you're tired, you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you'll be on tonight, and you will inbox me or the person that shared this with you so you can get the password and join us. Again, this resource is free to plug into. That is how I plugged into it. You can do the same thing. And my husband and I, we are plugged into this thing, and we're doing this together. We are in business. Guess what? Not by ourselves. We have others with us. We're traveling a journey with other amazing leaders. And we would like to extend that invitation to you so we can travel together. So again, it's not just about my plan or my journey. It's not just about your journey, but it's about our journey to get on the freeway to freedom. Okay? And if that's what you desire, I would love to see you on the platform at 9 o'clock for the overview and 10 o'clock to learn about how you are going to get paid. Okay? So thank you so very much, everyone, for tuning in to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show, and of course, receiving this information about the special invitation. We'll be back tomorrow night. And so until then, I encourage each and every one of you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night, everyone, and God bless.